I mean, I got to touch on the Super Bowl. Devin runs it back first play.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to know what I thought. It's my fault
I do.
we lost the Super Bowl.
No.
It
No, it's not. No, it's not. Are you playing every position? Are there 11 Rashied Davises out
no,
there?
it's just the negative thought. Like, it manifested. Like, as soon
What do you
as
mean it manifested?
you remember who played in the national championship that year?
Of football?
That year of in college football, who played in the national championship that year?
Was that Vince Young, Reggie Bush?
No.
Was it that
year?
year?
It was Ohio State. I forget who they played, but they had Ted Ginn.
They had what?
Ted Ginn.
Oh, Ted Ginn.
Yeah, Ted Ginn, right?
Stud.
You know what happened the first play of that game?
He ran it back.
Ted Ginn took it to the house. You know who won that game? Not Ohio State.
Right.
You know what happened when Devin took that kick to the house?
So you're telling me
I promise you.
opening kickoff,
I had never
whole
watched.
sideline going crazy, and you're the one who's like, oh, shit.
Yes. I had never in my life watched a national championship game from start to finish. Never.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm lying. Maybe once.
Okay.
But I did that year.
Okay.
I watched it from start to finish. I watched Ohio State. I watched Ted Ginn do his thing, and I watched them lose that game. And I promise you, when Devin took that kick to the house, I was jumping and elated like everybody else. I knew we were going to take a kick to the house that week. We knew we were going to take a kick to the house that week because we said if they fucking kick it to us, we go into the house. Like, period. Their coverage teams were not very good. And so when he did that, I'm jumping up with everybody else, and then boom, 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 and then all of a sudden my neurodivergent brain kicks in and goes boom. This is what happened last time this happened, right? And I didn't say anything to anybody, but I promise you, when everybody else is celebrating, I'm thinking to myself, oh shit.
But then how do you channel that, thinking that you know the outcome of the Super Bowl, but you still got to play?
I mean, because like I said before earlier in our conversation, is the beautiful thing about football is that every 45 seconds you got to do something new, right? Like you have to go do it. Like of course, I want to win. I'm going to channel into winning, right? So that's what I did. I went and channeled into winning, and I forgot about it almost immediately after that, right? But yes. That's where my brain went. It went right to that. And I don't know why it went to that. And then we ended up doing the same thing. So
there was one line that you had, which I thought was absolutely hilarious, that I found. I credit all of this to deep research and something that I have a subscription to called newspapers.com.
Okay.
You can go back to like the 1800s.
What did I say?
To the 1800s.
Okay. All right.
You said of the media.
Okay.
On media day.
Yes. Oh, yes.
What do you remember what you said?
I do. I remember
what is
what
it?
I said. I said they were like popsicles on yeah. Something
Other
like
way
that.
around.
Go ahead. You tell me. What
You
did
guys
I
are
say?
like ants on a popsicle.
Yes. Yes.
He said that of the media.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Why?
that's
It's via the Sun Herald. Why?
Because on media day at the Super Bowl, it was crazy, right? To me, at least, it was one of the most surreal, funny, exciting, strange, all the feels, experiences I've ever had in my life, right? So we're all out getting ready for media day, and so we're all on the field. It's our turn, whatnot. Everybody's taking pictures and doing our thing before they let the media in, right? And I promise you, as soon as they gave media access to us, they came
floodgates
pouring out of every orifice in the damn. It was crazy.
And some run to the booths.
Yeah.
Because they want to be near Lovey. They want to be near Rex.
It was crazy.
Yes.
And so that's
I've
what
been
it
to
felt
some of
like
those.
to me. Like, it literally, like, you guys were like ants on a popsicle stick. Y'all saw us, and you guys were.
So this wasn't anything like negative.
It wasn't. It wasn't anything negative.
It wasn't like, I hate the media. I hate you guys doing your job. It was just like, oh, it's like the start of a horse race.
Yes. That's
Like,
what it was.
boom, right out.
Boom. It had nothing to do with negativity. People could take it however they wanted it. But at the moment, it was just strictly like, it was hilarious to me. That's what it felt like. We were like a popsicle stick, and you guys were like,
Got you.
all over it.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's
okay.
what it
Context was needed there.
Yes.
You also told Windy City Gridiron of the Super Bowl, and I quote, "If we had run the ball the entire game, I think we win that game running away, but hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
Do you still believe that?
Yes, I do. 100%. I 100%. And I'm a receiver, 100%. They had tough time stopping the run. They didn't stop the run that game.
No, they did not.
They didn't. Unfortunately, I think sometimes as offensive coordinators and offensive players, we want to win our way, or we want to, have the big play. And I think sometimes that can become a detriment. And, were the plays available? Possibly. It was raining, though.
It was.
I mean, it wasn't pouring, but it was spitting the whole game. Like the ball
It was Florida
moist.
rain.
Yeah, ball was moist. Rex didn't always throw the ball well in the rain. Like when it was dry, he threw it well. He threw it with anybody. Rex got a cannon.
Yes, he does.
He's got a cannon. He throws a pretty ball. It's easily catchable, whatnot. But when it was wet and rainy, like he was known. Like he didn't throw the ball as well. And the cold, like he didn't always throw the ball as well, but mostly with moisture. And I think that's the other reason. Like, I wish we had run the ball more. Let Thomas continue to eat.
Hollywood star Thomas Jones.
Yeah, Hollywood star Thomas Jones. I love Thomas though. Thomas is a great dude.
Does it eat you?
Yeah, it does. Only because I ruminate on things, right? Like it does in a sense. I'm happy for Kelvin Hayden is one of my good friends. Love Kelvin. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for those guys or whatnot. But for me, as a Bears fan, and it's no disrespect for the '85 team and whatnot, right? As a Bears player, though, it gets old when you play, and then when you're on good teams. Again, there's no disrespect to them. I'm not saying any of our teams are any better or any of that stuff. I'm just saying it would have been great to be a part of that legacy, to have done our own thing. Because the very first thing I thought when we lost was, damn, nobody is going to remember we were even here. Nobody's going to remember how hard it was for us to get here, the balls that had to bounce our way, the decisions we made, the things we've overcome, the catches, none of that stuff. Nobody's going to remember any of it. And, I mean, no, that's come true, right? Nobody even cares like we were ever there. They talk like the Bears were trash since '85. Like we've been trash since '85.
I don't agree with that. I don't. I look, maybe this is the objective media person that I've become, and I'm still a big Bears fan. I'm just super objective about everything. One person asked a really well-known journalist named Jeff Pearlman, has it affected your fandom? And he's like, yes. These are guys that we get to know outside of like work, and we get to know the intricacies of ownership and business, and these are things that we have to cover. Of course, it's going to taint the way that you think about stuff and the way that you think about sports. But I still watch every game. And maybe I'm just an anomaly in this sense, but my thought process is it's the best Bears team I've ever seen. So it will be etched in my memory for as long as I live.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
And I know tough, I know for me personally, my friend group feels the same way because it was so close. But it's not like it's just gone. Yeah. What I would say, and this is going to open up to a different question, but what I would say is, you reflecting and being like, nothing matters since '85, only for, and it's obviously big, but only for hoisting a Lombardi trophy. The other thing, and it's a humongous caveat here, is the success you guys had has quite literally never been replicated. It hasn't.
Yeah.
It hasn't. And they've sniffed it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With the Cutler game.
Mm-hmm.
Bears sniffed it again.
Mhm.
The Packers game when it was, the body language, which we could talk about too. But until I believe they go to another Super Bowl, then we could talk about, oh, yeah, they went.
Mm-hmm.
They went. They lost to the Colts. It was a tough loss.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of, if not the best Bears teams I've ever seen, and my generation probably feels the same way.
Well, I appreciate that. That makes me feel good, but it's still. I pull out my ring every once in a while when I need to have a conversation starter.
Okay.
Right, like, matter of fact, that reminds me I need to get it fixed. One of the diamonds is loose, but anyway, I pull it out every once in a while. I have a couple other championship rings. Actually, one of them puts that ring to shame, to be honest with you. My Sabercat rings is a 10,000 plus diamonds alone, platinum, certified. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
It is amazing ring, but so yeah, I pull them out. Conversation starters. I enjoy reminiscing with my buddies. You know, it was a good time. Like, we had fun. We had fun. We had fun on and off the field. We did.
It truly does seem like the team loved each other.
You know, whether we loved each other or not, in terms of like true love, like, we cared about the same thing. Like, we cared about winning. We didn't care about outside factors at all. Didn't give a shit what nobody had to say.
Even Chicago media?
Chicago media, nobody. We didn't care. Anything that didn't affect what we did on that field, like, we didn't give a damn. Like, you can say what you want. You can feel how you want. You care. We don't care. At the end of the day, you got to line up and play us. We got to line up and play. We can allow outside factors to affect that.